Success begins with God's purpose. The world tells us that success is measured by material wealth, status, or personal achievements. But let's look at what God says. In Jeremiah 29:11, God declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." You see, success starts with surrendering to God's plan. When you align yourself with His will, success follows. Not necessarily in the world's definition, but in the peace, joy, and fulfillment that come with living out your divine assignment. Trust God even when the path is unclear. God often calls us to step out in faith before we see the full picture. Look at Abraham. God told him to leave his home and go to a land He would show him. Hebrews 11:8 tells us, "By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going." That's faith. Sometimes success means moving forward despite uncertainty, trusting that God is leading you exactly where you need to be. Your gifts and talents are God's tools for your success. God has already equipped you with everything you need to fulfill His purpose. Romans 12:6 says, "We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us." Whether you're a teacher, an artist, a leader, or a caregiver, your gifts are meant to glorify God and impact others. When you use your God-given talents in service to Him, doors open that you never imagined. Think about David. He was just a shepherd boy, but his skill with a sling prepared him for his destiny as king. Stay faithful in the small things. Success in God's purpose isn't always about big, dramatic moments. It's about faithfulness in the small, everyday steps. Jesus said in Luke 16:10, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." If you're faithful in the little things, honoring commitments, working diligently, loving people, you're setting the foundation for greater things to come. Redefining failure. It's part of the process. The world sees failure as a setback, but in God's plan, failure is a setup for something greater. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Even when things don't go as planned, God is still working. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison. But that same Joseph became second in command over Egypt. Your setbacks may just be the training ground for your greatest comeback. Take action. Step into your calling. Faith without action is dead. If you feel a calling, don't wait. Start taking steps toward it today. Pray, seek wise counsel, and trust God to guide you. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." If you're watching this, I want you to know, you were created for a purpose. God has an incredible plan for your life. Success isn't just about achieving goals, it's about living in alignment with His calling. So take that step, trust Him, and watch how He moves in your life. And now I want to hear from you. What is one step you can take today toward God's purpose? Comment below. Also, if this message blessed you, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more faith-filled content. Until next time, keep pursuing His purpose and living in His success.